Good morning, everybody. What's up? This is Star Delta 9 coming at you from the kitchen. We're going to do some live soaping. Yep, we're going to do some live soaping. I have my butters here and I have my oils here. All my amendments and dry stuff I want to add. My honey. My piping bag is ready. My containers are ready. And all my colors. So, how is everyone? Is everyone having a great day? So I'm just going to melt the rest of the butters in here before I add my oils. Cheers, everybody. Cheers at cheers. Okay, I got my mold all lined and ready to go. You're supposed to put all your liquid oils, measure them out in one container, and then take your hard butters like your shea and your cocoa butter or mango butter or anything like that that you use, because they have a different melting point, and you don't want to take them up beyond that melting point. So I just warm up my liquid oils, and then I do a slight melting with my hard butters using that warm oil. That way I don't degrade any of my oils. I'm using TKB today, their colorants. I'm using 24 karat gold. And I'm using Nurture Soap Mocha Brown and Nurture Soap Honey Milk and Oats fragrance. So always keep a little cup here in the event that I need to add a little more, because you don't want to degrade those butters, remember? So I'm just going to add a little bit more of my liquid oils here. And I'm going to warm these up a little bit more. I have in here, I have colloidal oats, oatmeal, kaolin clay, a little bit of salt. Let me look at my recipe. It's hard to remember everything. Okay. I put sodium lactate in my lye with Tussa Silk. I used colloidal oats, kaolin clay, oatmeal, honey, milk, but this time I used the powdered milk. When you do a oatmeal, milk, and honey, and you add sugars like the honey and the milk to your soap, it has a tendency to make your soap very hot. And when I talk about hot, I'm talking about hot like when it goes through gel phase, it gets really warm. So you need to watch your soaps if you're using sugars like that so it doesn't overheat. Maybe put a little fan by it That should do it. I have made the decision I would like to give one mold, one stick blender, and one single soap cutter to someone that is new or soaping and doesn't have anything and is trying to get their stuff. I'd like to give them a KitchenAid stick blender, a 2-pound mold, and a soap cutter so that they can make their first bar of soap. If they would like to participate, I would like to do it in a way where I know that the products that I'm gifting are going to go to a soaper. So if you're not a soaper and you don't have interest in soaping, please don't enter, okay? And I have quite a few people asking me what I'm going to do with my soaper, my cutter, and a couple of the blenders I have. I always have extra equipment because I never know when something's going to break. And when you're doing it for pleasure, you know, it's not as disastrous, I guess. It could be. I mean, especially if you're spending your money on your hard-earned oils and stuff. I just try to keep something on hand extra all the time in the event I'm doing a wholesale order and something breaks, and that way I have an extra on hand. But I do have several stick blenders that are very good, and I do have a beautiful brand new mold that's only been used one time. And I have my original soap cutter that I purchased, and I have cut several bars of soap with it. It worked beautifully for me. It gave me an opportunity to really figure out what kind of soap cutter I wanted according to my business. And the single soap cutter is perfect if you're doing, you know, bars of soap for your family and you're not selling them. Even if you were selling them, because when I first started out selling my bars, I did use that. I just wanted my bars to be a little more, I don't know, aesthetically pleasing to the eye, and so I felt that if I was going to commercially sell them, that I needed to step it up and get another type of cutter, soap cutter. So I'm in the process of getting a mold cutter and my KitchenAid stand mixer because I really want to make whipped soap and put it on my cupcakes. I'm just going to give this one a quick blend. I think I can blend up the rest of that that's there. There's only like tiny little pieces. Yep, okay, let me grab a paper towel, guys. I like to stand my mixer up because I don't want it to fall over in my oils. That would be disastrous. And I'm going to grab my pail. People asking where I buy my pails like this, you can get them at a restaurant food source online, or you can get them at your hardware store. I paid $2.99 for these with a lid. And people have been asking me, what do you do when you clean your soap up and everything? I shred it like this. Okay? And we'll be doing a shredded soap, and this will go inside the soap. I'm going to, I've changed my oatmeal, milk, and honey recipe up a little tiny bit. So I'll show you guys that. And I will give you the recipe for this bar. I will put the recipe down in the description. Once it uploads, I will go back and edit it and leave the recipe for you. This is not my regular, well, it's part of my regular, but I had some oils here that I needed to use up, and so I went ahead and got them. I'm gonna go ahead and add in my colloidal oats and all my dry ingredients in here. When I list in the recipe colloidal oats and oatmeal and things like that, or lactic acid, you need to add 1 tablespoon per pound. And that's pound of oils. And the reason I'm blending this up here first is because I really want to incorporate all the oatmeal that I put in here and make sure that it's really incorporated before I add any of my liquid oil and my lye. I have real oatmeal in here. Okay, I'm just going to set that there a minute, and now I have my honey here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my fragrance into my honey. I've measured it out, pre-measured it. And I'm just going to do this because I really want that honey to incorporate. I'm going to set that there. Put our glasses on. Check our temperatures. We're good. I'm going to add our liquid oil. I still hear a little tiny bit of the salt on the bottom. I'm trying a recipe with salt. Salt is supposed to give you a little bit harder of a bar, so I'm trying it. Before I grab my lye, I'm going to clean my glasses because they're just so cloudy. Okay. Okay, guys, when I explained to you guys to add the silk, where is my funnel? I don't know what I do with it. Okay. When I tell you guys about the lactic acid in the Tessa Silk, you can add it one of two ways. You can add Tessa Silk by dry amendment, by a dry product, or you can add it by, it's like a little, it looks like cotton, if you will, and you just stick it in your lye, and then you add your sodium lactate to it. So what you will see is some of the silk that is in the lye that looks like cotton. And I usually blend that out. All right, in goes the lime. Down the shaft of the stick blender with no bubbles. Nice and safe. Now I am just going to go to a thin trace on this. And I really would like, hold on, I want to get one more thing. I want to take this red one because I want to take half of this for the top. That's what I'll use. I think I tossed them yesterday. I did to buy new ones. Chisel. Fuck star. All right. I'm not going to do much because I'm going to blend it more, so I just wanted to see how much was in there. If you soap at room temperature, like I do, or do a heat transfer method, you have more time to work with your soap. I think that might be a little much. Well, we'll see. I'm going to set this one aside. I'm going to grab my Swiss chocolate, my 24 karat gold, and my brown mica by Nurture Soap. And I'm going to add, I think I want this one. That's the Swiss chocolate. And I'm going to take a little bit out of here. I think I am. I'm just going to add a little in here. Because that is going to be for my top. Oh, I really like that brown better by Nurture Soap. That's a beautiful color. Okay, let's do this. All right. Now, I do not know how this fragrance is going to work out. I've not used it before, so wish me luck that it doesn't discolor or seize or anything like that. Just getting all my honey. Oh God, that smells great. Shit. That smells lovely. Just gonna stir it for a second and see how it reacts. Seems to be reacting nicely. A little trick I learned about titanium dioxide is your colors, if you want to lighten them up. But you have to remember titanium dioxide will accelerate trace, or can. And I'm really not going for a stock white on this, but I would like a creamy white. Not quite the color. Looks kind of gray right now, but it won't when it comes back to saponification. It'll go back to brown. I'm just going to give this a quick stir here. Okay. Really wish it would be browner, man. Freaking me the fuck out with that color. All I can say is that better come back. Hopefully. Kind of freaked out about that color. Okay guys, let's pour. I hope you can see this time. Hold on guys. Gonna save a little bit of that for the top after we pipe. Well, no, I'm not actually, because I'm gonna pipe it differently. I have dropped my spoon in there. going to check this frosting real quick, and then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Well, let's just do it. I think it's fine. It's thickening up. Okay, I've made these little honeycombs, if you will, and I'm just going to stick them in places. And I made some of this color. This way everybody gets a little honeycomb. Okay, now we're going to set this aside for a second. I'm going to change my gloves. And I'm going to prepare this one, and I left a little bit in each container, and I'll show you why. And I made these little flowers that are going to go on each one, like a bee was landing on the honeycomb and giving us honey, and it's the same colors as the honeycombs. And then I have some oatmeal that I drizzled in the 24 karat gold mica. I'll show you. But let's do this first, shall we? Now I'm going to take half of this, or try to anyway, and put half in here. And half in this darker one. I'm just mixing it up with the leftover color that I used on the soap. I'm going to get a rag and wipe this. I'm just going to add a little bit of the 24 karat gold. And we're just gonna let this thicken. And so we can put it in our piping bag, and then we're gonna pipe it onto the top. Add the oatmeal. My piping bag is here. And then I have some chocolate that I'm gonna drizzle. It's not really chocolate, but it's a mica on the top. I might use the gold. I think I'm gonna use the gold on the top. So while we wait for that to thicken, I'll teach you guys how to make a mica, okay? Make sure your micas are skin safe, lip safe, eye safe, all that good stuff. Make sure you're reading the container and using the appropriate size dose for your recipe. I pretty much know what I'm doing here. I just want a little bit because I'm not adding it into any soap. Trying to finish that one up because I want to get done with it. And then I am just going to add a tiny bit of sweet almond oil. What happened to my pipe? Oh, there it is. My pipette. And I have a little pipette here, and we'll use it for the top. But I'm just going to stir this up and mix it a little bit. There we go. Okay. I'm going to put my gloves on and give these guys a good stick blend here to try and thicken it up a tad. You always want to go from light to dark. Don't stick your stick blender in black and then go to white. Go from light to dark. No, you're going to go through gloves, and no, you're going to go through paper towel. It's just a given. It's a given. I hope this is enough to pipe the top. I've not piped in this mold, so we'll find out together. We will. That's what it looks like so far. Perte. So let's give these a little stick blend, shall we? And really what I'm doing is just accelerating the trace on it. I'm just accelerating the soap to thicken a little bit so I can put it in my piping bag like frosting. I need some tiny spatulas. That's what I need. Oh yeah, much better. I can see how it's going to turn chocolate brown. I see it, said the blind man. Now we're just going to let it thicken just a tiny more. But it shouldn't take long, and then we'll pipe it. That'll just give me an opportunity to clean up some of my mess. Do you guys have any questions or anything yet? I'm happy to answer questions while it's thickening. Oops, hold on. I'm gonna make you dizzy, that's what I'm gonna do. Hello? Me too, me too. Me too. So we're gonna pipe this girl. And we're gonna add some more of the honeycomb. And then I have the flowers I made. And so each one will get a flower. Can't see because of the light. I never buy store-bought stuff, never. Are you kidding? If I get caught in a grocery store buying, or even a department store buying store-bought stuff, they'd probably chew me out. I'm gonna bring you guys a vegan almond joy recipe this morning as well, and a cloning video, and a aeroponics video. You guys have me hopping over here. This has already started to harden. I'm liking the fact that I put a little bit of salt in this. Shout out to you, Katie, over at Royalty Soaps. I learned that from you, doll. You told me to put some salt in it, a little bit of salt. So I put a little bit of salt, Katie. How are y'all doing? There, how y'all doing? That's bright, huh? There. It's not quite ready. You want this to be really like thick. It's almost there. But the fragrance oil is really behaving nicely. How you doing, Mrs. Fresno Nerds? I see you. I invited you to come out maybe and do a ladies show with us. I have a couple of the ladies that are creators that make canna products, and they're gonna come out and come on the show as a guest one day, and we're all gonna just talk about our product, how we do it, not our recipes, but just how we do it. You know, everybody does everything differently. Not everybody makes their stuff the same. And not everybody sources the same type of products. And so I would love to know how you guys do it. I have a Canna Fusion. She's on Instagram. She makes beautiful products. Beautiful products. Not quite, guys. And Ganja, Barbie, you make beautiful products. Ma'am, this looks amazing. This looks like a cream mocha almond bed of honey goodness. And the smell is flippin' amazing. It smells just like oatmeal milk and honey, like on a cold, rainy day when you are, you know, you get out of bed and you have a nice hot cup of tea. And then you want to have a cup of hot oatmeal. That's what it smells like. And I put real oatmeal, real milk, real honey. So when you do this recipe, you guys, when I post it down there, just know that these, when you add sugars to your recipe, that when your soap goes through gel phase, it's going to warm up. So don't bed it. Don't cover it with saran wrap. Put it in a, you know, a nice ventilated area, and maybe let a fan run across it. Because if your soap gets too hot, what can happen is it will like bubble up and erode like a volcano. It can crack just a tiny bit or all the way across your loaf and all the way in your loaf. And some of it, if it's minor, you could probably repair it while it's still soft, depending on your recipe. But I just noticed something because I'm so anal. I am so anal. I'm just wiping off the inside of the mold because I'm going to pipe it. So relaxing. I could do this. I could do this all day, man. It's like it just calms me down. It just centers me. Almost. I'm going to try and put this on one side and the other one on the other side. And sometimes I'm successful and sometimes I'm not. But it'll all come out the same. It's not quite set, almost. But I want to get it in there before it gets any more. Scrapey, scrapey, scrapey. And I want another steak. One second, guys. I always put a rubber band on the end of mine because I don't want to mess with it. And I don't have my turntable out, so you guys will have to watch from there, and I'll put you down a little. I'm going to see if it's ready. It's a little soft. I'm going to wait a minute. It's too soft still. Too soft. Let it wait. Oh, you had to be right under there, you bitch. Sometimes it takes like 20 minutes for your soap to set up. It'll get there. Yeah, way too soft. We're waiting. I may just put the recipe up and then show you guys the cut product tomorrow with the top, because I'm going to have to let it sit up, and I don't really want to hold you if you don't want to stay. I've been on here 68 minutes already. I'm happy to end the video if you guys would like. I'm afraid if I do that, it's not going to be enough soap. Can always make more soap, I guess. You won't see it anyway. I mean, it's not hurting it. It's anyways. It's just flattening it out a little, but the honeycombs are in the way. It's okay. It'll work. It'll be gorgeous. I guess I'm going to take a rip. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a rip. I'm going to get a rip on some cannabis. You gotta always just be patient. you know, because if you try to do it too soon, then you screw it up and then your piping does not look right. So we're just going to be patient. Patience is a virtue, God said. Right? Cheers, everybody. Patience is a virtue. I don't want to put any more of that in now. I'll just make more frosting if I got to make more frosting. Hi, Rosie. That Rosie? Oh, nope, that's Farrah. Hello, Farrah. We're doing soap. But I'm piping and it's not quite set up. But I'm going to finish for y'all. I'm going to finish for you all. Let's try again. I suck at piping with gloves on. I rather pipe with no gloves. But I can't. I shouldn't. But I'm gonna. Don't want to wrap around my finger. You sucker, I knew you were going to do that, you bitch. There's a fucking hole in my bag, no wonder. The hole in my bag. You sucker. Yeah, there's a hole in my bag. How's there a hole in my fucking bag? What the fuck, Chuck? change that out? Can't you just give it to me? Can't you just be nice? That's gonna make it look like shit. They don't even look like the same. Those look like turds, like dog shits. See if I can fix this over here. Is it hot where you guys are today? It's really hot where I'm at today, like 106 right now. Well, hold on. Fuck, it's hot. Shit, and my air's on too. They look like dog shits. Okay. Well, that's as good as it's going to get, apparently. And I'm going to put my flowers. And let's see, I'm going to cut it that way, so I want my flowers going this way. Just checking placement, guys. See, there's no fuck, you can't fuck around. If something doesn't work, you just gotta go with it and make the best of your soap. You know, otherwise you're gonna lose the whole batch. You don't wanna lose the whole batch. And let me get the oatmeal. Let me just look at it real quick. Perfect. Perfect. Now I'm just gonna stick some of this oatmeal. That's mica drizzled. I put some some 24 karat gold mica in it. I wonder if I should, I don't think I want to put any more honey in there. So I'm going to take my pipette and mix up that honey, almond oil. I'm going to add a little more in here because I spilled it. See, that came out stunning. Some of your best mistakes come out to be your most best soaps, and I think this might have done it. I'm just drizzling it over slowly because I really want it to set in. And not drain, you know, down to the sides or bottom or wherever. I don't really want it on the flour, but if it gets there, it gets there, I guess. And then I have a little bit of the brown, remember? And this has actually some soap in it. Remember I put a couple teaspoons of soap in it? Now this will probably stay right where I put it because it's soap. This may take me a second because I really want to put a lot on. I'm just putting some of that 24 karat gold mica over the soap where I just drizzled it. That is it, guys. Okay. I don't think you can see it. Hold on. You can't see, huh? There you go. So I will let this one sit. I was thinking I might want to put a little piece of, like, but I don't. I don't think I do. I'm just pushing the oatmeal down because I don't want it to fall off. Okay. All done. Now that I have my tripod all freaking wet. Hey guys, what's up? I don't know why the light sucks in here. You see it? I'll take a picture of it and put it on Instagram. I'll save some of this honey pieces for my next one. And the oatmeal. You guys have any questions? Oh shit. And that's why my thing is all sticky. Sorry. There. Do you guys have questions? Why is this not working? Everything's not working today, guys. Everything is not working today. What the fuck? I don't know. I'm just gonna have to talk at you. I don't know what the frick. Everything is not working today. Cheers, Mr. Greenbody. I don't know what's wrong with my tripod. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but I hope you can see it. Okay, I'm gonna regroup, probably delete this fucking video because it's just a disaster. I mean, the soap came out great, but you guys have probably made you throw up 5 times by moving that goddamn tripod. So, I'll show you guys the cut tomorrow. Thank you guys for coming in. I really appreciate it. Let's see if I can take you off here. And maybe show you. Can I turn this fucker around? Yes. There. Ooh, let's go from this angle so you can really see the flowers. See the oatmeal? So you see it now? I freaking need a GoPro, man. I swear I'm going to start doing donations for my freaking camera. I can't afford it. So, were you guys, I'm just gonna hold your asses, man. Were you able to see that okay? Ups and downs, that's how life goes. Ups and downs. But, that's what I was saying. Sometimes when you have a soap disaster, comes out the best. And it looks like this one is going to be pretty. So I will sign off here because I have 4 other videos I want to bring you. Yes, it looks like an edible soap, doesn't it? It looks like a freaking, it looks like a cinnamon coffee cake. But it is a oatmeal milk and honey soap. And the flowers represent the bees. I wish I had some bee molds because I would have made some bee molds and put some bees on top too. But I made the honeycomb with melt and pour. And I made the embeds with my, when I make my embeds, because they have to cure for 4 weeks, so the embeds don't even get used until they're 4 weeks old. So those are cured, and now this soap has to cure for 4 weeks. So today is the 6th. This soap will launch August 6th. So if you want some, you better get your order in now, because these bars do not last. The minute I put the launch date up, in 10 minutes they're sold out. So if you want some, you best get your orders in. I've got 2 right now. 2 left that are ready to go. Bars, that's it, out of the oatmeal milk and honey. And they're not claimed as of today. So I know there's quite a few people who have asked me about them. That's why I'm making another batch. So if you want those, let me know. Let me show you what is available for launch on the 16th and the 15th of this month. Okay, and this is the strawberry cream that I didn't cut with you guys. Here's the little strawberry on top, little strawberry cream. This one, this is the perfect man. This, you want your man to smell like this, I fucking swear to God. This is the black raspberry vanilla. This does not stay in my stock long. Gone. Here's the star and the, what is this? You usually can't start smelling it until it starts to cure a little. is the hemp. This is the healing hemp. This is the hemp. This is the CBD hemp. So this is the CBD hemp with the stars and the hearts. That's going to be ready. This will be ready. The Perfect Man is ready. Going to be ready. And then the strawberry cream. I have lavender, Jazzy Jasmine, Spellbound. I'll put a picture up on Instagram of all the ones that are available currently right now, what I have in stock. And I don't have a shitload in stock, so I got to get busy making. So that's why I'm going with bigger molds. So as you can see, I have nailed my recipe size-wise for that mold with piping. So that mold holds 67.63 ounces of volume of liquid, so not weight. Weight and volume weigh something different, so. All right, guys, well, I'll bring you back with a cloning video, a recipe on the Almond Joy breakfast bar, and I'm gonna do another video for you too. I have them written down. I can't think right now. I haven't eaten. It's noon. I haven't even had breakfast yet, so I'm gonna eat some breakfast, and I'll let you guys take a look, a peek again. There she is. There she is. Give you a couple minutes. Before what? Before I leave? Is that what you're asking, Farrah? Look how pretty she is. Oop. Couldn't rotate. Can't rotate. That lighting in here sucks, man. Really sucks. So there's only going to be 19 bars available for the oatmeal milk and honey for the month of August, because I can't make another one. I have 2 other wholesale orders, and I have 2 other shelf orders that have to be restocked, and this is one of them. So I may make another restock shelf order, so y'all let me know. I also do wholesale orders, the whole loaf. So if you want a whole loaf, let me know. I love you guys so much. Farrah, are you all right? Farrah, much love, you guys. One plant, one love, one tree. Peace.